What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for another video. I'm kind of doing a backlog of some of the most recent things, which is why I'm still wearing the same thing. But I know some of you guys may have heard about this, and there's a lot of controversy with it, and I'm going to explain why. So, as you guys can read the caption, they captured a man who was found with two minors in a motel in Estrella. I think I'm saying that right. Like I said before, I'm still trying to learn my Spanish, so trying to get the pronunciation down. It's been somewhat difficult, but I'm learning. So this happened on April 6th. A man was found in a motel with two minors. From what I remember correctly, the guy was American, and he brought two minors back to the hotel room. The staff realized that they were minors. They called the police. Apparently, before I start even reading that, I'm kind of just trying to remember exactly what happened. Apparently, let me close this out. Apparently, they called the police. They questioned him. I think he spent the night in a holding cell, if I recall correctly, and they let him go. And he went back to America. Now, I will be the first person to say, if the girls were minors and that guy tried to bring those two girls back to his hotel room, that dude should be put in jail for life. There shouldn't be no second chances. And leave his ass in a Colombian jail, to be honest. He'll probably have a worse time here than in America. I don't think that is right in any way. That should definitely not be happening. It should not happen. And I'm actually glad that the guy was actually staying at a motel where they checked, because a lot of people get Airbnbs or rent from other places and where they don't really check. So I'm glad that the guy was actually at a motel or a hotel and he actually got caught. Because who knows what would have happened. I think they said that they didn't find any thing in the hotel room. Nothing actually happened at the time. I think they went back to the hotel room, and then the concierge had called the police, but nothing had happened in that time frame with the two girls. Luckily, I think they performed tests on the two minors to make sure that nothing sexual happened, and from what I recall correctly, nothing did happen sexually. But it's still the thought of that guy bringing those two girls back. That shit shouldn't happen, and you guys are fucking disgusting. That's just, like, there's obviously a whole bunch of girls over 18 that you could go for, but of course you decide to go after teenage girls. So let's see. Yeah, so the authorities received information about the presence of two minors in a motel, so they moved to the scene. Yeah, so okay. He was taken to an immediate reaction unit, URI. Now the 27-year-old man is at the disposal of the Attorney General's office to continue with legal procedures. For their part, the minors were taken to a health center to receive an evaluation of their health and well-being. The family police station restored the rights of the adolescents involved. The authorities will close the motel for at least 10 days. I'm pretty sure this happened because I'm pretty sure the girls went back to the guy's hotel room. So the motel should have noticed right away and just said, hey, you guys can't do that. They obviously let the guy take the two girls back, even though they called afterwards. But they didn't have to allow the opportunity for that 27-year-old man to take those girls back to his motel room. That should have just never happened in the first place. If these are the girls look at least like 16, 17 from the picture right here. They don't look super small, but you could tell like they're dressed like they're prostituting. That's I think there was another one too. Okay, yeah, there was. So let me see. Was this on the same date? Yeah, April 6th. All right, so this was posted on April 6th. Also, Colombia issues arrest warrant against U.S. citizen for the child exploitation. So as I said earlier, they released the guy. They didn't put him in prison. They didn't do anything. They questioned him. They didn't find anything in the hotel room from what I've read. And the dude went right back to America. Let's see. Colombia's prosecution office revealed this Friday, April 5th, that at the request of the authority, a judge issued an arrest warrant against Timothy Allen Livingston, the American citizen implicated in the case of alleged sexual exploitation of 2 minors in Medellin. But I'm wondering I wonder what happened after. So this is what happened. The events began on the night of March 27th at around 9 o'clock when Livingston attempted to enter his room at the Gotham City Hotel in Medellin with what appeared to be 2 underage girls. A hotel staff member prevented their entry, so Livingston and the girls left the hotel located at the famous El Poblado district. So they didn't even allow it. So, okay, so good. I'm still surprised that they closed the hotel. I would think that they would have closed the hotel because probably the staff let them into the room. But no, that's actually really good that they prevented their entry. Hours later, around 4 o'clock in the morning, on March 28th, with no security checks at the establishment entrance, the American managed to enter his room with 2 different underage girls under 12 or 13? Yo, that girl doesn't. That picture doesn't look like she's like 12 or 13. But, okay. So the staff did try to prevent him from entering, but then afterwards there was no security checks. So he entered the room anyway with those 12 and 13-year-olds, evidenced by a security footage camera. Following an anonymous call, anonymous call to the National Police, the authorities arrived at the hotel and inspected the premises, but found no evidence of the accused touching the minors, and both girls denied being touched. But, so, I'm wondering if, so I guess they were the same, but when you think about this, he tried to enter it in, and then hours later, around 4 o'clock in the morning, he came back with those girls. So they probably were out drinking, which is insane. That is super crazy. So they're probably drinking, and who knows what would have happened. So the 36-year-old, didn't they just say he was 27? Or was it this one? Yeah, this was 27. So I guess they had some mixed up. The 36-year-old suspect was detained for 12 hours at the Protection Transfer Center, but was released hours later, allowing him to return to his country on Monday, March 29th. The girls were seen by security cameras leaving the hotel calmly, seemingly counting several Colombian 50,000 peso bills. Bro, there's so many women over the age of 18 in the park in Provenza and you decided to choose to pay some 12 or 13-year-old girls, yo, your ass needs to go to jail for life. You should not be released. The anonymous statement from a worker reported that marijuana joints, a remnants of Tusi, a drug containing codeine, and used condoms were found in the penthouse trash can. Despite no indication from authorities regarding the scene on its first visit, cleaning staff cleared the area, and subsequently visits by authorities revealed no trace of the items mentioned by the worker. A possible irregularity that is made currently under investigation. Oh shit! So maybe he did do shit with them. But the staff cleaned out the room and technically got rid of the evidence. That's wild. I thought nothing happened, but I'm guessing some stuff did happen, which is really, really crazy. That's wild. The girls are very frightened by the viral nature of this case. It's normal for girls who have gone through exploitation cases like this to feel guilty, but our job will be to help them understand. That's wild. I know if you walk around Yeres or Provenza, you'll see like underage kids just walking around. And sometimes you take a second look and you're like, that girl has to be underage. I don't know how and why the police allow them to walk around, but that's just a whole nother topic. But the other part I wanted to explain to this was this actually created a big outrage, and I'll make another video on what outrages happened regarding this. I know that when this first came out on the Facebook forums and pages, there was a lot of Colombians mad, and I completely agree with them. I would be mad too, but there's a very thin line here. Okay, I've been here almost a year, and I've met probably over 10 women, just me, myself, over 10 women that I'm always the type to always ask questions. I've met over 10 women here that got pregnant under 18 and by some like 25 plus year old dude. Some Colombian, some Venezuelan, some foreigners. So what I'm going to say, and you might not agree with me, but I understand the frustration because this shit shouldn't happen. That guy should be sent to jail. And if he did have sexual intercourse with those two girls, castrate that man, throw his ass in jail. That's just the point thing, right? But there is a very thin line, because now you have a whole bunch of people on the Facebook pages and things like that talking about or posting up evidence of Colombian and Venezuelan guys doing things with underage girls. So right now it's kind of like a foreigner did this. This is completely wrong. Screw all the foreigners. But they allow the Colombians and Venezuelans to do it and get away with it. That's a whole nother video. I just kind of wanted to bring you guys up to this. But yeah, there's this whole thing about the Colombians now hating foreigners because of the two girls meeting up. But at the same time, it's like, your own people do it and you guys let them get away with it. But when a foreigner does it, it's a huge problem. So it kind of just sounds like they're trying to shift the blame for some things. And like I said, I don't condone that. If the dude did have sexual intercourse with an underage girl, that dude should be castrated and sent to jail for the rest of his life. Put his ass in a Colombian prison. Don't even let him go to American prison. Because, I mean, even in American prison, he's probably going to get whipped. Like, that dude's probably going to get his ass beat once they check his papers and realize, oh, you had sex with an underage girl. Oh, okay. Like, bring his ass back, throw him in a damn Colombian jail. That's what they need to do. That shit should not be happening. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I still got a couple other videos to make, so I will try to explain more in detail of the other things that happened after this. Peace out, guys.